So guys, welcome to the Sage FC, and in this video I'm going to be showing you 5 things you can do in FC24 to get really better at the game. These tricks have been properly vetted and I've been using them for years in the game, but this year in particular they are very overpowered. So if you want to get better at playing FC24, make sure you watch this video to the end. So guys, if you're new to your channel, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below, and also if you want to buy cheap FC24 coin, make sure you check out whatsgaming.net. It's a secure site where you can purchase cheap FC24 coin, and if you use my code SAGEFC24 you get 15% overall discount on your purchase. The link's in the description. So guys, if you want to get better in FC24 and retain possession of the ball more, you have to take note of this first trick, which is calling shots your players. I know most of you already know how to trigger a run of your player by clicking the L1 and making them make a forward run, but calling shots a player is not really as popular because most people don't use this feature. Guys, I cannot emphasize how important it is to call shots your player, especially when you just switch the ball to your fullback. Instead of trying to find a long through pass or giving the ball to your winger, you can easily just call him shots to provide support by pressing the R1 or RB, and then you can pass to him and start building from there. I do this a lot, especially when I'm defending. You see, when you're in situations like this and your midfielders are stuck behind your opponent's player, by pressing your finesse button, which is the R1 or RB, you can easily just call one of your midfielder to come in close so you can be able to deliver the pass and quickly break away. Guys, calling player shot is very important. When you're trying to attack, your player might be making an awkward run to a position where he can receive a pass from. You can easily just direct your left stick to him and press your finesse button to call him shot, and then you can make a 1-2 pass with that player or create enough space to explore other options. So calling them shots and breaking up play, making some few extra passes, will go a long way in improving how much you retain possession of the ball. So another thing you can do to get better at the game is use the player lock. Guys, the player lock is an overpowered mechanism. I keep saying this, especially when you're looking for that final pass to your attackers. You can easily use that player lock to run into spaces that your opponents can't cover and request for a pass. I use the player lock all the time because the runs the AI make for you are not really reliable. They are usually very straight and are easily trackable, but once you player lock a player, you can change the direction and run into a more convenient space to receive the ball. To use the player lock, you have to click both your left stick and your right stick down at the same time. That's pressing the L3 and the R3 down, and then flick the right stick to the player you want to control. Once you flick the right stick to that player, you can then move that player to any direction you want and then request for a true pass or a cross, whichever delivery you feel best suit that situation. And another good thing about the player lock is that you can easily cancel it if the run you are making doesn't pan out. You just have to press the L3 and the R3 again, clicking both analogs down, and then it will return to you controlling the player with the ball. So guys, make sure you practice using the player lock and know the direction you need to run into. It helps in the box when you want to make a cut back pass. You can easily move your player backwards to receive that pass. So guys, for number 3, I know I've made a video about this before, but it's so important that I have to add it to the list. If you want to get better at FC24, you still need to borrow before you make your passes, especially in your opponent's half where any slight inaccuracy of the pass leads to turnover of possession. What the borrow does is that it helps you create a better angle to deliver the pass and it increases the overall accuracy of any pass you deliver. So if you make a casual driven pass, it might get blocked, but if you borrow and make a driven pass, the pass will be delivered with more accuracy and power. So those precise passes are very important when you're attacking. So make sure you make a borrow before your pass. Even in cases where you want to make a cutback, you can borrow away from the defender and then make a cutback pass to your attacker. The borrow away from that defender will create the room you need to make that pass backwards. These are the simple things that most pros do that make them stand out. If you don't know how to do the borrow, you just have to hold your right stick to the sides of your player. If you want to make a borrow to the left, you hold your right stick to the left side of that player, and if you want to make a borrow to the right, you hold your right stick to the right side of that player. Then for number 4, we had switching wing to create space. If you ever played against somebody that's using a very high depth you see that it's very hard to create chances off the bat because the opponent player tends to overload one part of the pitch. So what you need to do is always look to switch the play once you've drawn them in. This will create room for you to attack and give you more room to try and break down your opponent's defense. I know this seems like something that is very obvious, but it's a really big deal in FC24. Switching wing and crossing to the other side is a game changer. But before you do this, I'll advise you stall a bit at one flank and make sure you draw in the pressing for your opponent, and then when that place is congested, take a backward turn and cross the ball to the other flank. If you're having difficulty controlling the ball, you can cut short any of your wingers just before the ball arrives by holding the direction and pressing your finesse button. So that will create extra support and help you build your attack more easily and effectively. So guys, one more thing you need to do to get easy goals in FC24 is when you're on the flank, always look at the box for runners at the far end. This occurs frequently, especially when you switch the wing like I suggested. Most of the players will not have returned to a natural position. So if in turn you find yourself in the flank, there's always going to be somebody free at the far end of the post. Always seek out that person with a long cross. Most times this will help you score really easy goal from first time shots, or sometimes you even have space to control and then finish. So guys, these are 5 of the things you can do in FC24 to help you improve drastically. These are minor tweaks in your overall gameplay, but in turn you will see a massive improvement in your ball retention, your chance creation, and the number of goals you score. I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, leave a like and smash the subscribe button to support the channel. And also, if you want more FC24 tutorial like this, make sure you turn on the notification bell. I'll be dropping a video about the defensive rules you need to follow in FC24 within a week, so make sure you turn on the notification bell so that you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. Thank you for watching guys. Until our next video. Cheers.